Welcome to Module 3 of our e-learning course, Supervising the IHL Clinic. I'm Wright, a postdoctoral researcher at the Institute for the International Law of Peace and Armed Conflict at the Ruhr University Bochum in Germany, and an assistant director to the Bochum IHL Clinic. In the last video, Giulio has familiarized you with running clinical IHL projects. In this module, we want to introduce you to supervising the IHL Clinic, starting with the role of students in the clinic. Let's begin by examining the optimal size of IHL clinic teams. The team size is influenced by various factors, including the number of projects, the project's complexity, number of students participating, and available supervision resources. Traditionally, IHL clinic teams consist of 4 to 5 students, similar to moot court teams. This size facilitates extensive research while ensuring project continuity even if a student drops out. However, teams can vary in size based on project type, scope, and demands. Some clinics have set up IHL clinic teams of 1, 2, or even 10 students, when the assignment was either limited in scope, the research product had to conform to a restrictive template provided by the cooperation partner, or when more workforce was necessary. Sometimes the team consists of several sub-teams, working on different case studies or aspects of one overarching project result. Smaller teams may enhance efficiency in terms of work division and communication within the teams. They also increase the workload for supervisors. In addition, it always creates the risk that with a team which is too small, the effect of a single student dropping out or not performing adequately is much bigger for the team's overall progress. However, larger teams can also present challenges. As previously noted, bigger teams may lead to a reduced sense of responsibility among students. Ultimately, the size of the team should align with the setup and capacity of your IHL clinic, the project requirements, time frame, and available resources. You might also want to confer with the cooperation partner on their thoughts regarding team size. Unfortunately, a one-size-fits-all approach cannot be followed. Next, let's explore strategies for selecting students for the IHL clinic. A robust selection process ensures a motivated and capable team. In some cases, like in Bochum, the IHL clinic constitutes a mandatory course for some students, which gives the clinic a fixed amount of students for each iteration, while providing additional spots for other interested students to join in. However, more often, an IHL clinic is set up so that for each project cycle, the clinic is advertised and interested students apply and are therefore then selected to join the clinic. If you have a selection phase, various methods exist to assess candidates' motivation, skills, and fit for the clinic. For example, a commonly practiced approach to the selection process is to have the students submit an application file, including their CV, a letter of motivation, academic transcripts, and a writing sample. Following a first screening of applications, pre-selected candidates are invited to individual or group interviews. Group interviews allow you to observe the group dynamics to assess ideal allocation of students to the IHL clinic teams, and might make the selection process a bit more efficient because you can avoid conducting 20 different individual interviews. Another possibility for selecting students is the creation of an online questionnaire that interested candidates have to fill in with information relating to their interest in IHL and clinical work, academic background, relevant professional experience, soft skills, teamwork, and language abilities. In our experience, the use of an online questionnaire often is the most efficient option for the selection process. Irrespective of the type of selection procedure, our experience shows that the most important qualities for successfully participating in an IHL clinic project are a strong motivation in IHL and a solid writing sample. However, keep in mind that even with a thorough selection process, students may decide to drop out from the clinic. This may be due to personal circumstances or the inability to combine the usual course load with the clinic's research obligations. To limit dropout rates, clearly communicating expectations from an early stage is crucial. Students should be made aware of the workload, potential credit opportunities, and professional development benefits associated with clinic participation. Something which might prevent students from dropping out is asking your students to sign a confidentiality agreement or deed of commitment for every project. This also serves as some sort of contract and establishes a higher responsibility on the side of the students. Communicating expectations effectively is essential to ensure student success in the clinic. Let's explore strategies for managing expectations. Clear communication about project objectives, workload, and supervision is critical at various stages, from advertising of the projects to project completion, especially emphasizing the value of the research project for the partner organization, indication of the workload, and potential credit opportunities can motivate students and align expectations. In our experience, stressing the importance of the respective research project for the cooperating organization can motivate the students. In addition, an indication of the workload per week, under the caveat that this is a rough calculation, is also useful so that the students have an overall idea of what to expect in terms of their working hours. Regarding credits, this of course depends if you have institutionalized the clinic into the faculty. In the case of the IHL clinic at Leiden, participation in the IHL clinic can replace the master's level course IHL Privatismum, which is 10 ECTS. In our experience, students taking part in the IHL clinic are driven by a strong interest in IHL irrespective of the credits earned. Nevertheless, should the possibility to replace a regular course, either at the bachelor's or master's level, or create a newly accredited course, exist, this should be brought to the attention of the students as an additional benefit for their participation in the IHL clinic. Lastly, emphasizing the value of the research to the project partner and potential credit opportunities can motivate students and also help align expectations. Students usually benefit from the opportunity of close supervision by academic staff with strong expertise in IHL. Moreover, they also have the opportunity to establish contacts to future employers and enjoy the benefits of gaining practical experience. Often, participation in the clinic leads to internships and positions at various international organizations and tribunals. The process of communicating expectations to students should therefore comprise of a detailed explanation of the research product expected by the cooperation partner, the anticipated workload, the concrete guidance and supervision that the students will be provided with throughout the research period, and the potential professional links to cooperation partners. An effective method for orienting students and communicating expectations is through a clinic student manual. A student manual is a document that outlines the functioning of the IHL clinic and clarifies roles, responsibilities, and learning objectives. It should emphasize key aspects such as communication protocols, professionalism while fostering confidentiality, and well-being. Upon the start of the clinic, students are expected to familiarize themselves with this manual. By familiarizing themselves with the manual, students gain clarity on expectations and responsibilities, fostering a productive and professional clinic environment. Bearing in mind the concept of clinical legal education, we recommend highlighting the following expectations throughout the student manual. Communications and meetings with the supervisors. Collaboration on an IHL clinic project requires frequent, transparent, and inclusive communication among students as well as between students and supervisors. The student should be aware that supervisors do not take the role of a classroom teacher, but rather of a manager of the research project. Professionalism. The IHL clinic provides an opportunity for students to hone their professional skill set. As a general rule, the following behavior is expected from students and supervisors: active and inclusive email communication, collaboration on documents using the track changes option and other tools that enable efficient teamwork, respect for your teammates, their work, and their opinions. Provide peer support whenever appropriate. Confidentiality, privacy, and security. Maintaining confidentiality is essential to protect and ensure the continuity and integrity of the clinic's work on sensitive matters. as well as the safety and well-being of clinic clients, partners, students, and staff, and any other project participants or affiliates. Individual well-being. It is essential to emphasize the importance of self-care throughout the project period, not only because students have committed to a time-intensive research project alongside their regular workload in a challenging study program, but also because the subject matter of their research topics may affect individual well-being. Towards the end of this video, I want to highlight the invaluable insights we have gained from feedback from our students. After each clinic cycle, we advise to take some time to debrief with the students, provide them with feedback opportunities, and implement any new ideas or necessary adjustments for the clinic. For example, the student manual might be updated. You could also include a guide written by former participants to the next generation of IHL clinic students. In this module, we've explored the crucial role of students in the IHL clinic and strategies for effective supervision. Specifically, we've covered how to determine the optimal size of clinic teams based on project requirements and available resources, how to select students through robust selection processes to ensure motivation and capability, and managing students' expectations through clear communication about project objectives, workload, and potential benefits. By implementing these strategies, you can cultivate a dynamic and productive learning environment in your IHL clinic. Thank you for joining me. And in the next video, we will explore the role of supervisors in the IHL clinic.